going on, everybody? Welcome to the replay of the live stream. Uh, so right now I'm just kind of up. I was looking at things, and I came to a few conclusions that I don't think everybody's aware of. This whole situation is nothing but a nightmare. So I figured we could take some time and talk about it. Now, I'm sure by now everybody knows what this whole COPPA is. So I'm not going to reiterate things that people are already aware of. However, what I am going to talk about is a few keywords and a few key factors, as well as a few other opinions regarding this matter. Now, my first thing is I really don't think that the whole thing is being taken serious. There's not enough seriousness put into this ordeal. Like, there really isn't. There are huge channels out there that are doing absolutely nothing about this. Nothing. And it's really ridiculous. Now, there are very successful channels that are going to lose money, that are going to lose everything they have because YouTube is their main source of income. There are also a lot of channels out there that are for businesses. Now, businesses, I'm not worried about businesses. Everybody tries to mix a business with the YouTube creator, and they are two totally different things. I'm not worried about the business. Businesses are fine without YouTube. There's other methods of social media. Forget the businesses out of this. We're going to kind of cut this in half. We're going to focus on the creator. Now, the FTC and this whole COPPA thing is worried about protecting children. Okay, well, here's the flaw. Hello, how you doing? So here's the flaw. This whole COPPA thing wants to protect kids because they feel that there's content on YouTube that is not good for them. However, there are so many kids shows on TV. Netflix, Hulu, whatever, Disney even, that are so inappropriate, that have things in them that should not be there, that are adult reference, that go right over top of kids' heads, but are still in there and should not be in these films. And these are legit on TV or in theater films rated for kids that kids get to see. SpongeBob. We all know that a kid watching SpongeBob and an adult watching SpongeBob, there's a huge difference, and adults can see things that kids can't. And trust me, SpongeBob is probably one of the worst cartoons for having inappropriate things in it. There are things that, like, my kids watch, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me, right? And this is before the whole COPPA thing happened. I literally watched some of these things, and I'm just like, shut that off. Like, get off of there. Because I see it, and, like, some of them are old enough to get the idea, and I don't think that's stuff they should be watching. So nothing's being done about that. We're focused on, oh, well, we're going to attack YouTube creators who are actually trying to make better content. Because let's be honest. Yes, you have levels. I do not, by any means, count myself as being, a high-end YouTube creator. I do not look at myself as being one of the best, not by a long shot. But these people that are on YouTube that are like professional status, that are really, really, well watched and well viewed, have better channels than actual cartoon shows or Netflix shows. Sometimes even more enjoyable than movies. Like, let's really think about that. Let's also think to the whole Baby Shark thing, because last time I checked, Baby Shark is like a worldwide phenomenon that is YouTube generated. That came from YouTube. That is not an actual thing anymore. Now it is. Now it's like mainstreamed as all hell. What's going on, man? So, YouTube is actually the place where people can actually grow and become creators that surpass things that are listed on TV shows and things like that. So there's my first big argument. Second off, this whole YouTube removing ads and basically these people getting either only, you know, 10% of what they could normally get or even nothing is ridiculous. YouTube could seriously fix this issue with child creators by still putting ads on and and allowing those creators to select what type of ad they would like placed on their video. That would be a much better solution. Instead of making it no ads because they can't use cookies and things like this to track what kids are doing, why don't you make the ads specific to the video? If someone is doing Hot Wheels, let's have Hot Wheels or Hot Wheels related ads. Base the cookies and things like that off of the creator's video, not what the person is watching, or well, the child is watching. Because let's be honest, if the child is actually watching that video, then it means you can base the ad off of the video as well, and it's going to get the engagement. Because last time I checked, again, Cartoon Network, anything, you're watching TV. What happens during that weird, like, 2 to 3 minute break that TV shows do? That's right, they have ads, commercials, the same freaking thing that's on YouTube. But for some reason, it's a problem for YouTube to have ads. So that way creators can make money making kids content. Kind of thrown off by that. At a little bit of a loss. Can't really seem to grasp the concept of that. There is a possibility where YouTube can make ads so that way these child creators can still do the content that they love doing and helping the community. Because again, a lot of these YouTube channels have more appropriate child content than a lot of the TV shows. God knows I hate it. I can't stand watching slime videos. I think they are stupid. Guess what? My girls love them. There's no talking in them. It's music. And it's playing with a toy, essentially. It's slime. You know, it's a toy. You can't really go wrong with that. Now, granted, there are people who have screwed things up for other people, but the whole YouTube Kids thing should have corrected that. Now, this whole COPPA doing the fines, everybody's capitalizing on this $42,000. Let's, first off, pump the brakes on that too, because everybody isn't getting a fine for $42,000. It says up to $42,000. That's the maximum penalty. So let's be perfectly clear here. You're not getting a $42,000 fine, probably unless your video has banked enough money or banked enough views. It's probably going to have a view or earnings ratio to where they're actually going to decide what this fine is. A small YouTube channel like my Let's Play Hot Wheels, which kiss that goodbye for now. That's already deleted. Thank you for ruining that for me. That channel, which had like 40 subs, because I never really invested the time into it, thank God. Probably a fine for that, maybe $100, because it's got nothing. Like, there's hardly anything. You can't really fine $42,000 and be justified for Hot Wheels car unboxing that has like 9 views. You can't justify that. That's ridiculous. So again, they do say up to $42,000. It's not every video is going to get that. So on the sad note for my channel, again, not happy about this, but as of right now, everything that was on my channel that could be listed as kids due to safety, I've downloaded all my videos. I can maybe put them back up in the future, or at least have them for my record. All the baby videos are gone. So basically the videos that like my little toddler was in that we did, like her first time trying table food or tickling her, or even the video that everybody enjoyed where she was playing with the skeleton, are 100% removed. They're not even marked as private. They're gone. Her Baby Shark video where we reviewed the little puppet is 100% annihilated. That thing, too many flags. It played the Baby Shark song. It was a toy review and there was a toddler in it. There was no way in hell that one was going to possibly get away without somebody saying something and it being an issue. So that one, which sucked because I had like 4,000 views on it, and it was actually bringing in a decent stability on the channel for like a daily, analytic and having some sort of an income. That sucked, cutting that one off. But that one especially, I knew was going to be bad to have. So aside from the loss that my channel has had, the kids, I had just started making them channels. Jake wanted a channel doing Pokemon cards, so he made a channel with 2 videos. Gone. The girls wanted to have a channel making slime videos. Gone. My Hot Wheels channel. Gone. How is that fair? And again, I'm not going to have these things up and risk the repercussions of what could come. Sparky, I see. Just let a comment. Let me see. Now, see, here's the problem, though. I don't necessarily know if, now I don't know if people in the replay are going to be able to, like, watching the comments. So, basically, one person commented on here, if you're worried about the channel, mark your videos as private, and then when it passes, make them public again. I did think about that. However, when the video is private, it still has the selection on it, whether it's for kids or not for kids. So that's kind of what thrown me off to where I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't really take away the fact that it was already up. It's still on there, but even though it's private, I would still be able to view it. And if any of you creators know, I know especially myself, like sometimes I may, hey, what's going on? May click on a video, like a notification for a comment, and it'll bring me to my video, and as soon as it starts playing, an ad comes on. Same thing will happen with private. So I think even if it's private, because of the fact that you yourself can view your own video and an ad will still play. Okay, I'm gonna, so as far as that goes, I'm going to leave it up to a viewer's discretion. See, the biggest problem is that nobody knows. Like, nobody knows what kind of effect we're going to have on this. Now, guys, everybody watching, I'm hoping that you're able to see the live comments going on right now, because this is obviously a good time for people to chat and things like that. Even during the replay. Yeah, see, one of the things that YouTube themselves say in their little announcement video for all this chaos is that their only recommendation is that if you don't feel safe, talk to a lawyer. The best part about it is, though, is a social media lawyer who makes YouTube videos about things like that literally discussed this topic, and he admitted he has no idea why they're saying you should get advice from a lawyer, because even a lawyer, like himself, doesn't even know how to handle the situation. Okay. But yeah, so it's really ridiculous, this entire situation. Hello. But yeah, so also, what else was I going to touch base on? Oh yeah, the other thing with this whole fining issue here. Oh man. So you guys know how in your monetization, you have your, where you would get your like 3 strikes essentially. That is something else that I think they should add into this whole COPPA thing. I really think that YouTube should be waiting for it to come. Yes, yeah. My channel is listed as not being for under 13 by far. The only problem is that I've noticed with YouTube Kids a major flaw, and that's the fact that some of my videos can actually leak through that. Um, it's kind of odd, but I know that from having other kids in the house that go on YouTube Kids. They can't actually access my channel page or subscribe or anything like that, but certain videos that somehow get through the line, I don't know how they are, but some of my videos have been accessible, which is what's weird. Um, but yeah, so hello. So anyway, like I was saying, I think that YouTube needs to not really throw everybody under the bus, but I think they need to find a way to be like, okay, we're in the middle of this, we paid our fine, let's find a middle ground, YouTube being the middle ground. You have the FTC here, you have the creators here, and they both funnel to YouTube, and YouTube kind of settles everything. That's the way it should be. Because let's be honest, if the creators being chaotic, nobody knows what's going on. So the FTC just apparently wants to sue everybody, which I think is ridiculous. And the creators are scared to make content. So again, I think what should happen is I think it should be a system, just like how in YouTube, and for people that don't create, I'll explain this. With YouTube, you have copyright strikes. Basically, 3 times you do a copyright strike, you're done. That's always been a thing. And basically, what a copyright strike is if you steal somebody else's work and you get hit with it, you get a strike. You don't get an immediate termination from YouTube or however it is you would like to say it. And yeah, Wicked Fat is saying on here that parents need to start policing their own kids. Don't even get me started there, because honestly, parents nowadays, they don't. Because today's parents are also the same parents that are afraid to take out a belt and like whoop their kid's butt, because God forbid, there is no such thing really in today's modern world as parenting. Like, that's gone. You can't do anything. It's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, so they need to make a way that YouTube will reach out and be like, hey, we found this as a violation. You can either dispute it or you can accept it and change your setting, or if you dispute it and you lose, you get one strike out of the 3. Let me just catch up on the comments here real quick. Yes, and Sparky, you are totally right with that comment. The only problem is that a lot of people aren't understanding this, and I'm glad you do have a little bit of a leveled head on the situation. The only thing is, especially for like my other channels I never really pushed them, um, but they got deleted immediately. There wasn't enough invested into them to where it was going to hurt me by removing them. Um, so basically, if this all kind of clears and things get a little bit straightened up, then I may reopen them again, hopefully. I did have a few videos on this channel back prior that I did have to go and delete, because I know for a fact they were, because like I let the kids make a video on here doing a Nerf gun review. That one, and again, is another one that totally I would have got hit with. But I don't know. It's just this whole gray area thing is really the problem. And personally, I think that because it's such a gray area, it's not written out in black and white. I think if the FTC does go after people for fines, I do think like in court's eyes, it should be fightable because there's no actual like I don't want to say there's no actual law because there is an actual law, but there's no actual wording to that law. There's nothing where people can comprehend it. Because, like I said, to those people that just came in now, there's actually a lawyer who has a YouTube channel that has admitted, and I'm not talking about the one that's hosting the petition, not that one. There's a different one. He doesn't even know how to give advice because of how gray it is. So, if it's such a gray area, I don't feel that they should be able to fine you, and I don't think it should be holdable in court if technically it's right in the middle. Like there's no, you can't win, you can't lose. To me, that's what a gray area is. I could be wrong. Naturally, FTC is probably going to reach their hand in the pocket and win that battle, but I think the whole gray area things means that we have a leg to stand on. Now, again, there are large channels. It is. That's the problem, is that it's so vague, and that's what that gray area is. Nobody knows what to do. Because when nobody knows what to do and the wording is so vague, that means, like, let's say they fine you. Let's say you get this capital punishment of $52,000. You go to court, they have this gray area, okay? That vague wording, all of a sudden, they can start to manipulate. Now, that's the problem with vague. It can be manipulated. It can be manipulated by the defendant. It can be manipulated by the person who is actually going after, which I think is completely wrong. And at that point is where I think that the gray area should cause a leveled playing field. Yes. So yeah, there's another comment on here says the terms, they state that if you're 13, you can't watch or post. But, like, that's the problem, though, is that how many people have ever, how many people, are like, I know, look, I'll try to restart this, like, what I'm trying to get at here. Have you ever been younger and done something you weren't really supposed to do that had an age gap? Like, have you ever created a, like, let's roll back the clock before Facebook, a MySpace account that said you had to be a certain age, but you bumped it up the age, or an iTunes account and you bumped it up the age, or anything that you've bumped up the age on? Anything that you've bumped up the age on. No, it's actually, you're not throwing me off. You're just actually adding in some, like, I'm actually very appreciative of the things that you're saying. But the point is, yes, okay, perfect comment right here. Kids are lying about their age. And there's really not a good way for a parent to track that. My kids have phones. We go, yeah. We go through their phones, but we all know that there are ways that kids hide things. You know, they all, not, well, I don't want to say they all, but basically if a kid wants access to something, obviously it's not a kid going into the liquor store buying a bottle of something. They're not, but again, no, teenagers and things have made fake IDs. Valid point there. Point. You know, it's obviously not to that kind of a scale, but when it's on a computer or a phone or a tablet or whatever, it's so easy when they're asking information just to put in a fake age. They can create an email with the same, like, kids can fake that stuff. So even with parents watching, it's still hard to actually monitor everything. So even though YouTube says this is not for children under the age cap, they're still going to get on it. They will find their way to get on it, and it's not going to hurt them. And again, that's the problem. It's also kind of the fact that the viewers now, because everyone wants to put the blame on the creators. They want to say, oh well, you're creating the content, it's your fault now. No. Kids that are making accounts or going on their parents' accounts that are not supposed to be following the rules and watching and engaging in the things and basically outing themselves that they're on it is also assisting in the problem. Yeah, YouTube is screwing us. And like I said earlier, like in the beginning stage of my video, I really think that ads could still be applied to child videos. I think that rather than the ads be for cookies where they're trying to take what people are researching and looking up online, I don't think they should do that. I think what they should be looking at is the viewer's video. If you make a Hot Wheels video, okay, cool, we will give you a Hot Wheels ad because obviously the viewer is watching your Hot Wheels video, so they may, we don't know because we're not tracking children, they may be interested due to the video. That's what they should do. They should really make ads that target the video posted, not by the person who is viewing the video. And I really don't think we should pay for it. Again, like I said, this whole everything that could be held up in court, I really don't see where it's substantial. I really don't. Hey, what's going on, man? YouTube is really going to be at a loss, though. Unfortunately, there is no like other platform to go on. And I mean, Patreon could be, but I mean, let's be honest. If YouTube completely goes to shit, I will post videos elsewhere. I'm not going to just totally get and walk away from this. Obviously, I've invested a hell of a lot too much into this to just walk away. Just right here, that's like $5,000 in cameras. The laptop right here is like another grand. There's the desktop Mac right there. That's like another $2,000. Like there is so much that has been put into this channel to just toss it away. So yes, if this totally flatlines, I will definitely either be making things on Facebook or I'll go to Patreon, or at the time, I'm sure this may be what we need to finally, this may be what will finally make another platform. Now, will another platform be like profitable? At first, probably not. Here's the thing. YouTube really went shitty once Google stepped in. Google stepped in and they bought it out. My security cameras for the house, I have Nest security. Google bought that too. Like, it's crazy. Google wants to own like everything. And that's another problem. I'm scared for smaller channels. Like, I have friends that even friends I've just met, like out naturing, that have hardly anything, just starting off doing channel stuff. And alongside of this COPPA thing, they're also doing where they can say if it's even commercially viable. How can you even start a channel? Like, I did see that pop up on my phone. No, it does. But like, even a guy I work with, he is about to invest money and stuff because he wants to start doing a channel. And as much as I told him I was going to help him, now I'm kind of like, crap, do I help him by not telling it? Like, do I tell him not to do it anymore? Like, it's crazy. You know, even like Matt MPG, he's got a low sub count. And I've always told him from the beginning, he's a phenomenal creator. He really knows how to capture those shots, and like, he's at risk of just having his whole channel just poof, all because of the fact that he's already not monetized. It's just, oh yeah, yes, that is totally correct. So to reiterate the comment, the huge channels that are doing Minecraft, making like thousands of dollars per video, those are the ones that are at risk, which is really odd because, again, though, these channels aren't really like a few of them are that are on like a smaller scale, like even around like JP videos size subscribers. They're all really trying to push this. However, a lot of the higher up channels aren't doing anything. Like, let's go to like YouTube's #1 celebrity. Not that I care to ever mention his name on this channel because I don't care for him. I think he's weird. But PewDiePie, highest subbed person with, like, what has he got? Like over 1 billion subscribers. He has gaming content on there. So I'm pretty sure that his channel qualifies as being a child able channel. Now, again, with how many subs he has, I'm pretty sure that he has children watching, because that's a really high sub count. All right, so to answer this question before I continue on that, so all right, basically as of right now, I do have a link in all my newer videos in the description for my Facebook page, which I hardly do anything on, and I also have a link to my Patreon. So there are ways you can still find me. Now, again, at the same time, this is coming from myself, and I'm sure other people are on the same boat with it. If any of you guys that are creators that I know happen to get screwed out of this and lose your channel, I myself will have no problem, you know, once you set up to where you're going to start putting your videos, I have no problem, you know, making a video and saying like, hey, you remember this guy? Well, here's where you find him. So, and I'm pretty sure that will extend through other people as well. Well, again, though, that's the thing, though, is that you can't take, like, if this is really going to go that far, then yes, go after PewDiePie. Go after those channels that are that huge, because first off, you're allowing, and yeah, I think they are going to hit the bigger channels, honestly, but you're allowing, you can't allow the bigger guys to get away with it. But again, is YouTube really going to turn around and take its most subscribed YouTuber that basically changed the entire game for it? Literally, every day is adding to the highest subbed channel on YouTube. Are they really, really out to do that? Sure, they might not take down huge channels, but the highest channel on YouTube is qualified to be a kids channel. So, number one, if they take his channel down, you might as well kiss everything goodbye, honestly. But number two, this is a big problem I have, because PewDiePie himself should also know, why is he not pushing the petition? He hasn't said anything. And honestly, out of everybody on YouTube, he has the largest reach possible. And he is doing nothing. Honestly, I'm sickened by the petition. I don't think it's even going to do anything. Yes, I have done it. Yes, I have done my note to the FTCS. I've done my end. I've done what I could. I've been that one person to add to the pot. But why is someone of such value not doing anything? The petition makes me sick, and I really don't see any value to it because of the fact that it is still currently just about to hit 500,000 signatures after like a week. 500,000, okay? There are videos on YouTube that have the petition signature in the link of the description that have over that amount of views. Meaning that these people watching these videos and hearing what these people are saying aren't even all going over and doing it. They don't care. So, just like how subscribers don't all watch videos, they'll sub and then they kind of like disappear. Like myself, I have 1,400 subs, okay? And this live stream right now, I have 16 people watching. And if I post up a video, my average is like 100 views, okay? I don't get 1,400 every time I put up a video. You get a smaller cut of that. So again, when you take a YouTuber like PewDiePie who has 1 billion subs, well, let's see. His bracket is still a hell of a lot better than anybody else's mouth because a fraction of 1 billion subs, he's still going to at least, I guarantee, pull in at least off of his own word 1 million people to sign a petition. At least 1 million. At the very least. Well, all right, so all right. My secret, not really a secret, some people know it, and I don't have any problem telling it. Ad revenue is definitely key for smaller channels. If this whole YouTube purge doohickey thing does happen, I'm still going to get money off of it, whether I have a channel or not. My #1 video on my channel is actually licensed out and is copyrighted. So I own 60% of my video, but the other 40% of my video is owned by somebody else. So if you see that video on my channel, it only has like 267,000 views on it, but the video itself has, well, millions and millions and millions of views on it. I know of one video that I make ad revenue off of that has 40 million views on it. So I know for myself I'm fine because there are people that have actually copyrighted, stolen my video, that now when people are watching it, that video that they stole mine, they don't get any money from. I get all the revenue from it. So I always have ad revenue coming in, and my ad revenue coming from my solo video that's copyright and licensed always outweighs what I get just from regular ad revenue for my channel. So money-wise, at least for myself, if this hurts my channel, it's not going to affect the income. Like I'm pretty sure I'm always going to have that income because that isn't going to go anywhere for at least that one video. All right, I'm going to catch up on the comments real quick. Now, I'll be honest, a lot of the guys that you're mentioning right now, I don't even know who they are because I don't pay attention. Like, I watch us. Like, you guys that are creators that are in the chat, watch you guys. Might not always comment on every video. That's one thing I hope everybody understands. I don't comment on every video, but I do like them, and I do watch them. Sometimes I'm at work, and I have it playing on my phone up on the thing. So, I don't always comment, but I do watch everybody's videos. But again, the time that I do have out of my day, I watch us. I don't watch other channels, really, unless it's like a how-to. So on top of how-tos, we got the Jeep. I did do the reveal of that. So It's actually going to be going in the shop next week. It's got like a minor issue that's got to get fixed. Um, but hopefully, as long as this whole issue gets resolved, um, I would love to think that having this car and hooking it up and doing things for doing outdoorsy videos, you know, considering the whole reason I got the Jeep was for snow. Mustang sucks in it. But the whole being able to take the top off and the doors off and everything, I thought would have been really cool. So I still kind of count this car as like an investment here too, because a lot of that choice was, you know, yes, this whole situation is over dramatized, and that's why anybody that came in late, I really do hope you go back to the beginning of this, because especially in the beginning, I really harped on a few key things. Um, you know, I can reiterate right now if anybody wants. Ads. There are, if somebody watches cartoons on TV, they have commercials. It's the same thing as an ad. Okay, so again, I don't see why, if there can be commercials on cartoons, I really don't see why there can't be ads on YouTube videos that have the same appliance as commercials on like Cartoon Network. Also, make the ads to where they target the video and they take the data from the video rather than taking the data from the viewer. If you're doing a Barbie video, have Barbie or other doll type commercials. If you're doing Hot Wheels, do Hot Wheels or other child car toy commercials, ads, whatever you want to call it. Also, the whole gray area thing, I think the gray area leaves it to where they can kind of manipulate and say what they want to say, which is wrong, but that also gives us a little bit of a leg to stand on. The biggest tip that I gave during this video was the fact that I had mentioned, if anybody pays attention, it says up to $42,000. It's not saying every video is going to get fined $42,000. Every video could get fined up to $42,000. However, that's not the full rate. It's a lower rate. They are telling you the maximum penalty because honestly, they like seeing everybody panic and be like totally chaotic. Here's the problem they didn't think of, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't get to this point. I know doing YouTube has been a little bit therapeutic for me. Ever since having my whole fire ordeal, I spent a lot more time behind the computer, and that has kind of brought me back to earth and gotten me out of like up here. How many people are going to be affected by this to where they do something drastic? I'm not trying to imply anything here. I'm just saying a simple term here. How do you not know that somebody is not taking this completely serious to the point where, you know, they want to do something bad to like harm themselves or something? You know, there are people out there that like, well, gotta watch what I say, but like there's somebody I like know recently that literally was taking an object and just cutting himself because in his head that's like what calmed him down. So how do you not know that this isn't going to have some sort of repercussion somewhere to somebody that's a creator to where it's going to spaz them out, and next thing you know they're just hacking away at themselves because they're depressed, and you're not going to know about it. That's not going to become public. People don't talk about that. People don't out that kind of crap unless it's something like really dramatic where someone like ends their life or something. It's not going to be talked about to the person who starts drinking or starts doing drugs or starts doing pills or anything, because now all of a sudden the thing that they enjoyed and was comfortable doing, now they just totally flip that switch in their head, and now this person's like totally full-blown psychotic. Like they're not taking into consideration the level of panic that they're giving people. Okay, so I'm glad people are actually taking this into consideration. Now, this is obviously something I'm a little bit kind of nervous to say on video because, again, I don't want to be listed as implying that things are going to happen or say I'm going to do something because that's not the case whatsoever. But I'm just simply saying that the fact is the world is very cruel, the world is very effed up, and how do you, like, not know what's going to go on behind the scenes? Like, how do you know that you're really protecting people? They're hurting a lot more. Look how panicked and stressed out everybody is. You're really going to tell me that there isn't one person that has probably already started doing something they shouldn't do? Yeah, definitely. If you're interested in this topic, definitely catch the beginning of this video. Um, Not a video I wanted to make, not a video I wanted to discuss. However, I did think that there was a few topics that I did get to pinpoint out that not anybody else has really brought up yet. I have anxiety up the ass. I'll be the first one to admit that. And like I said, with my whole fire ordeal, it's just ever since then, I've really banked on being behind the computer. I've done a lot. I've occupied my time. So this was a way that actually helped me. I'm not, oh, sorry. So this isn't a way that I'm saying is negative affecting me where it's at that point in time. Hold on a second. Show this comment. Okay. What is that? Novitas, is that your which comment do you want me to refer back to? I know I've got like, hey, look, a squirrel moments like quite a few times with the whole comment section. So, uh, so what? Rephrase that comment so I know which one you want me to touch base on again. But yeah, so YouTube has always been everybody's freedom of speech. It's been a way for people to. Okay, well, don't give me a timestamp. I'm not gonna like what like give me a specific here so I have something to work on. But yeah, YouTube has always been something for creators to be able to post to. And it's been good freedom. It's been something really productive for a lot of people. But again, YouTube really does though. They really do need to start protecting their creators. Now that's the thing. So like this comment right here, write a disclaimer on every video. Yeah, RJ, you're gonna catch a lot in the beginning of this. Also, I did get your text the other day. I didn't get a chance to text you back. But yeah, as far as leaving comments and stuff, though, that's the other problem is that they're saying that they're going to use the algorithm to also assist with detecting this stuff. Yeah, you did text me. You texted me saying, I can't, my phone's up there. You said something about, hold on a second, guys. You said you can't wait to go for a ride in the Jeep. I didn't get a chance to text you back, but yeah, I can't wait to go do some adventuring with that also. Yeah, so YouTube needs to really protect the creators because, like I was trying to say, the whole analytics thing, uh, they're going to. Oh yeah, well, and that's exactly why I'm on here making the video because I want to rant about it a little bit too. But all right, man, have a good night. Thanks for coming in and commenting. Appreciate it. Um, God, I keep losing. It's like Halo Squirrel every time. I didn't expect to actually have like this much engagement on this video, to be honest. Yeah, so I think there are ways. I think there are ways we can beat this. You know, the hotter topic, Novitaz, is going to be the first person who finally gets a fine. Next thing you know, there's going to be a video. I was fined this much. I was fined this much. It's going to be all clickbaity. And you're going to find out they were fined like $100. Because, like I said, the basic thing is that it's not. They're just telling you what the maximum penalty is. It's not actually going to be that much, probably, unless you're actually making that much. Yeah, people do really need to sign that a lot more. And to be completely fair, like I said earlier, that petition ain't going to do shit. It ain't going to do a single thing. Oh, that's right. So I remembered I was going to say, when I seen his comment again, it reminded me. So the algorithm is going to also track the video. So even if in your description, if you say like, this video is for adults, or in a thumbnail say, this video is for adults, the algorithm that tracks the video and somehow gets like a play of it, it's weird. I really can't tell you how it works, but basically like the robot that watches it could still potentially flag it as being a kid's video, even if it has all those features. So it's still kind of risky. Yeah, that's a good question. And you know, speaking of that, um, well, you could have left your comment up because I'm actually going to reply to that comment. What happens to YouTube channels that had channels like years ago that left them and they were up? They don't even remember the email, don't even have the email, and they have like a handful of videos up. And let's say they are kid videos and they haven't even logged in for like, let's say like 5 years. How do they handle a situation like that? How do they handle a situation where somebody literally got up and walked away from it? Like, are they going to just assume to just delete the content since they never agreed to the new terms? Like, how is that going to work? Or some random person that did YouTube and then years later, you know, like, are they going to find people that back in like, what was it, 2005 when YouTube came out? Like, let's say maybe you were a teenager and you made like 2 videos and now you're an adult somewhere and you're going to randomly get this fine. Basically, it could happen. Yep. And that's the problem too, is you watch. First they had a problem with people cursing and adult inappropriate comment on or content on YouTube. But even though they had a problem with adult content on YouTube, they had that whole YouTube thing they were doing where it was kind of like Netflix where they were making their own movies and crap like that. And those were highly inappropriate. Hopefully that's the case. But yeah, so YouTube always does, like, they're always hypocritical on what they do. So first off, you couldn't have an adult type of channel. I'm not saying it was anything like that inappropriate, but like let's say there was violence, this, that, or the other, couldn't be in there. Now you can't have kids content when they wanted it to be more family friendly. Now let's be real here. Let's be like really like gears just started turning. I just remembered another hot topic. How about all these people out there that are filming cops? Now I'm not saying you shouldn't film a cop. I've filmed being pulled over, haven't badmouth. I've filmed being pulled over, legitly. But obviously it's a live stream, I can't show anything. But there was a guy, last video I saw, had a concealed carry permit. Now, a concealed carry permit means you have this little card and it says, I'm allowed to carry a gun and hide it somewhere where you can't see it. Here's a rule. When you have your concealed carry permit, if you're in a traffic stop, you do have to tell a officer, let me show this coming real quick. You do have to tell an officer, like, hey, here's my concealed carry card. I do want to make you aware there is a weapon in the vehicle. Okay, pause that for a second. Guy comes up for the traffic stop. His wife's in the car, immediately has the phone like this, because that's what everybody has to do. You have to point the phone in a cop's face, okay? Guy rolls down the window, a crack. Not all the way, a crack. Already initiating the fact that, hey, I'm going to be a smart ass and push you to your limit to prove an example and prove a point that I am like all high and mighty because you're just a lowly cop and I have my rights and blah, 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 which I think is totally ridiculous. Yes, cops have done bad things. There are some bad cops, but there are people that keep making this extent to try to make cops look bad and keep making cops look worse, which is ridiculous. And I don't agree with that whatsoever. Continuing with the story, and the whole thing was is that he got like ripped out of the car for no reason, yada, yada, yada. That was the title. So the cop comes up, asks him for his stuff. Guy doesn't say anything. Boy starts running her frickin' mouth. You know, that's how that has to be. And he's like, I'm talking to him. He's the driver. Like, mind your business, politely. And so he gives him his stuff, and he has the card. Now, he doesn't tell the cop. He just hands it to him. And the cop's like, oh, all right. Do you have a weapon on you? The guy doesn't say anything. And he's like, okay, I'm going to ask you again, do you have the weapon on you? He goes, nods his head. That's all he does. Okay, because again, rather than cooperate, and again, that's what a lot of people filming stuff don't want to show. They just don't want to cooperate and really push the cop to the limit to do something or say something stupid, so that way they get social media views, and it really pisses me off. Because honestly, they work a dangerous job, and you have no problem calling 911 when your ass is in trouble, but you want to make them look like an asshole any other day. So yeah, I have a major problem with that. So the cop says, okay, so the gun's in your car, I need you to step out of the vehicle. All of a sudden, the wife's on his phone now, while she's still recording on her phone, calling for other people to come, because this is so messed up. And how dare him, and blah, 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 and the gun's in the car, and they told him that it's in the car, so he needs to mind his business. Okay, again, you went for a concealed carry permit, and it says in there that if you're in a traffic stop, you have to comply with it, because it's for the officer's safety. You have a loaded gun in your car. And it could be anywhere. So at that point, the whole investigation for whatever you got pulled over for is kind of on like pause. They remove you from the vehicle. They ask you where the gun is. If it's on you, you can just like this and say it's like here, there, wherever. Or you can tell them where it is in the car. They secure the weapon. In other words, they take it out and they put it on the roof or whatever, just to make sure they unload it, you know, and they run the numbers on it to make sure that, okay, yes, it's yours. You're legally allowed to have it. Okay, no problem. Everybody's safe. But instead, he got himself yanked out of the car because he didn't want to cooperate with it. And it's amazing because in the comment section, so many people are ripping on the cop and bashing the cop because how dare he do that? So we're worried about videos, but we're not worried about stuff like that where we're bashing our law enforcement that keeps us safe. We're not worried about that at all. We're not worried about the fact that there are police officers that are being shot at or being beat up or going, like, I'm telling you, like, my boss was in the military, and he's even said, like, cops deal with a lot of crap just like they do. Not, I'm not going to sit here and talk about who has the worse or harder job, but they definitely see a lot of stuff that a lot of people like us don't realize that they see. Aside from the fact that they might have problems at home. So you got this cop that maybe got into an argument with his wife or whatever, or had a bad day for any in particular reason. Maybe like his pet died or something. I don't know. Maybe he's having a bad day because he's a human. But then he's scared to go to work because God only knows what could happen. And then on top of it, now cops have to be afraid to even pull somebody over because somebody's going to shove a camera in their face. You have all these people going out and filming public buildings, and I say public by I mean like let's say like a welfare office or something like that, like a public kind of building for like things like this. And they go around and film it to prove a point. Okay, cool. Your point is proven. You're allowed to film things and this, that, and the other. But you're harassing people. And to this day, I fully believe that if somebody requests that they do not want to be on film, like if you're filming something and somebody's out there like, oh, hey, if you got me on camera, can you please take me out of it? Take them out. People have a right to say that they don't want their photo or video taken. There's this thing. It's called cease and desist. These people that do this crap apparently don't know what that means. Basically, if I was to film my neighbor, just because I wanted to, he could easily write up a paper, get it certified mailed, and have it put in my mailbox and say, I do not approve to be in your video. Please remove it or legal consequences. Cease and desist. And guess what? My legal thing is I have to remove the video because he was in it and asked for it to come off. So if somebody says that they don't want to be filmed and you're still pressing the issue, then causing harassment and like a disorderly conduct, then there's an issue. But then they're doing this for the sole purpose of putting those videos on YouTube because people in society get a kick out of watching people with drama. People love drama. They love drama. They want to watch fights. They want to watch people getting yelled at and this, that, and the other. So that's why they do it. So YouTube needs to put the brakes on that crap. That's the shit they need to stop. Because we have cops and other people that do public duty every day being treated like total shit because somebody wants to get a 1 million view video on YouTube because they know it'll be watched and they're going to make that person look like an asshole. So again, we're worried about that, but we're not worried about the actual issues in society that are causing actually like severe issues. So I'm done. I'm pretty much like done my rant. Like I feel like I added a lot of good points. This live stream did last a lot longer than I expected. So I am very appreciative of all you guys that came in. Do you guys have any opinions or any questions or anything that you'd like to ask? I'm going to try to keep this going for like another 2 minutes because I see you guys are very active in the chat. I kind of looked away during my last little rant because I know it's like, hey, squirrel. Every time I look, like, I kind of just like focus on the camera here. So I'm going to give like another 2 minutes. That way, if you guys have anything for me, this last 2 minutes of the video, I'm going to pay attention to the comment section and I'll be a little bit more direct with your questions, concerns, comments. But yeah, guys, please, if you do have a Facebook, and on my community tab, I have a post up with the link for the petition. Please share it. JP Videos did it. Sparky717 did it. Please find a channel that has shared this and share it on Facebook. Whatever means you have to share the link, please share it. Yes. So the one comment on here is that YouTube needs to do a better job at stopping the cyberbullying. Exactly, where I was going with the whole police thing. It's cyberbullying. Another comment on here, is this just a U.S. or worldwide? This is total worldwide. Everybody's being affected by this. This is not just U.S. Yeah. And honestly, that's the thing that worries me the most. Like, I don't want to lose the years and like everything that I've spent doing this, but I especially feel scared for JP Videos because of the fact that this is actually his like full-time job. So for him, it's a little bit different. Me, I still have my day job, so obviously it's going to hurt him a lot more than it's going to hurt me. So in that type of instance, I'm really hoping it doesn't come down on him. And that's the other thing too. Like, we want to talk about cyberbullying. Let's talk about Facebook with like Facebook groups and like Twitter, Reddit. Reddit's terrible. Reddit's nothing but bullying. So why is it just YouTube being hit by it? Like, yes, Facebook's very good at deleting like troll accounts, but they're not getting the consequences nearly as severe as YouTube. But all right, so I want to give like I'll give this to 10:40 my time right now, so it's like another minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything up. So whatever your last final thoughts are, please feel free to get them out now. Hopefully, by doing this video, I shared a little bit of enlightenment with, the situation at hand. I do think it's overblown. I do think there's a way to fight it, and I definitely don't think this whole $42,000 is really going to happen to everybody. Hey, just came in right at the, yeah, you got to watch the replay. Definitely went in really good on this rant. But, all right, guys, so it's 10:40, just like I said. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. It sucks. JP Videos just popped in. Yeah, man, you're definitely going to have to watch the replay and catch all the comments on this one. I think you especially are going to find some interest and value into some of the key facts that I've actually mentioned in this, because I've touched base on quite a few things that other people haven't said. So, but, all right, guys. Thanks for coming in, everybody, and see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, unless they delete my stuff. Just kidding. Have a good night, everybody.